everyone. Happy December. Woo! 2018 is getting ready to wrap up. I can't believe it. I can just hardly believe it. It's just gone by so fast. I feel like the older I get, the faster it goes. I don't know if that's the case for anybody else. Maybe that's something I only experience. But I wanted to share a couple of things with everyone. So the month of December, I review my yearly goals. So my mantra for this past year was consistency and vulnerability are my super strengths. So like I said, this month is a month of reflection for me, to reflect on my yearly goals, that I established this time last year. Once I've reviewed those goals, then I can start creating new goals, because if you don't really reflect, then you don't really know where you need to go or what you've done in the past. So I wanted to take this time with everyone and go over a few of my goals that I created. And I invite you into this experience and reflect on your own goals and see where all the great things and all the great steps that you've taken over the past year. So oftentimes we establish these goals or a mantra or a New Year's resolution, whatever you want to call it, but we don't take the time to reflect. So really knowing that reflection helps us to develop our understanding more deeply and to make our intuitive knowledge shareable with others. So that's really what we want to do. So if we don't really take the time, then we can't really grow and we can't develop ourselves if we're not reflecting back on what we've done and what we've set out to do. So, and we really want to continue to roll through the process of life with purpose. So this is what this is all about. So when writing my goals, I know that I went over this last year. Don't worry, I'll go over it again in the beginning of the year. I have 5 main areas of life that I have established goals in. And they are love and relationships, health, connection, which is whatever is higher for you, career and money. So from these 5 main areas, I break it down and I have about 2 to 4 goals for each of these 5 main areas. So today I want to review one of those main goals with you. So I'm choosing to discuss health. And the reason I'm choosing to discuss health is because, well, 1, I'm a health and wellness coach, but also 2, because if you don't have your health, then all the other 4 will not be able to be accomplished in a successful manner and to be able to be maintained. So for health, I had 3 main goals that I wanted to create. And these can be minute as you want or as big as you want. So for the first one I had was creating a consistent exercise routine, having consistent sleep, and exploring healthy avenues and sharing those with other people. So the first one was creating a consistent exercise routine, and I can proudly say that I did that. So before I had kids, I used to exercise like crazy. I would go to the gym. I had all the time in the world. It was just wonderful. And now that I have children and now that I have a new career that I'm working towards, and there's just so many things that are going on, I was just not consistent with my workout routine and my physical health was deteriorating. So this past February, the end of February, beginning of March, I became a member of Hit It With Britt. And it's a high interval training program. And I can proudly say that I go 3 times a week, at least 3 times a week. But what I noticed, interestingly enough, physically, yes, I've changed. Physically, I feel better. But what amazed me more is the people that I've met along the way. I've made some great friendships and I've met some amazing people that have really allowed me to grow and to be myself mentally. So I've mentally gained so much from physically moving my body and physically making that commitment to being better for myself. So the next one is consistent sleep. I am a night owl, so when it hits about 9:30, 10 o'clock, before then, I'm exhausted. When it hits about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm like, let's do this, let's go. The night is young. I've always been that way, even when I was a kid. So this is something that I continue to struggle with. I have not been successful in doing this. I've even created routines for myself. So when I look at this goal, I don't necessarily see myself as failing because I haven't created and I haven't gotten into that consistent sleeping routine. And you may ask, well, why, Kate? You haven't been successful at this goal. And first off, I am acknowledging that I am consistently struggling with this goal. And secondly, I continue to take small steps. Sometimes I go backwards, but I'm never standing still with this goal, or lying still, however you want to look at it. In honesty, this is what I teach my clients. Small steps continue to move you forward, acknowledging what is happening and knowing if you fall off track, it's okay. Life isn't going to end for you. Just you are human, and knowing that success is the result from learning from your failures. So over the past year, I have been sharing more of my knowledge and what I continue to learn in creating healthy habits with others through social media, through my newsletter, and also started doing workshops at the Spirit Tree Connections, which is here in Albany, and they're called Wellness Shares. And in those Wellness Shares, I have them once a month, and it's an established, title, whatever it was last month. It was Honoring Your Hunger and Fullness Scale. And we kind of talked about, it's nice because it's almost like a group coaching. So each person gets a little something different out of it than someone else. And I also always learn from folks as well too, which is great. So by reviewing my goals, I can acknowledge to myself all the small steps that I've taken throughout the year, because honestly, at times, it really seemed like I wasn't going anywhere, almost like I was standing still, like I wasn't moving forward. But when I look back, I can honestly and proudly say that I have. Even if they haven't progressed as quickly as I would like them to, I continue to make strides. As I stated in the beginning of this video, my mantra for this year is consistency and vulnerability are my super strengths. So a year ago, I don't believe that I could have gotten on here and shared my goals, my personal goals, nor I definitely couldn't have gotten on here and told you my failures. And knowing this is something of me being vulnerable. And it's me consistently showing up for myself, consistently showing up and saying, you know what, Kate, you're a recovering perfectionist. It's okay. And from that, I invite everyone to really take the time and review your yearly goals, your mantra, your New Year's resolution, however you want to look at it. And if you are watching this video and you say, Kate, I didn't really have any specific goals or specific mantras or specific New Year's resolutions, well, everyone has something. Everyone, even if it's like, you know what, this week or for the month of December, I'm going to get out and I'm going to go and meet a friend and be social. Even if it's something small, everyone can reflect back on something. So before I leave you, I want to leave you with these questions that I want you to reflect on when you're going through your goals, because it will kind of help stir some things in your brain. So when you're looking at your goals or you're looking back on this year, what were moments of greatest joy for you? What brought you the greatest joy? Write these down. What was challenging about this year? What were you surprised that was a challenge for you this year? How did I do on my goals, or with my mantra, or with my New Year's resolution? Where did I fly off and just was sailing into the sunset? And where did I feel like I needed to a little bit more reinforcement? Where did I feel like I needed a little bit more push? How satisfied am I with different aspects of my life? And I like to look back on my 5 main goals that I have, but it can be anything. Maybe your health is up at the top, but your home environment, your living spaces is lower, or your career is lower, or your social life is lower, or your finances aren't where you would like for them to be. And the last one is, am I on the right path to where I want to go? Not your mother, not your husband, your wife, your friend. Where are you wanting to go? What path are you on? So I want to thank everyone for allowing me to be a part of your life and to be a part of this journey with you. If you have any questions on how to kind of recap your goals or reflect on your goals or create new ones, just please reach out to me personally. And I hope everyone has a wonderful December and a happy New Year. And always remember, continue creating habits one step at a time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.